by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It is indeed one of the great nights of the NBA season. Welcome to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. All-Star voting format changed in 2013. 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt starters as opposed to the old 2 guards and 2 forwards and a center. Do you like that change, Shaq?
It's my fault, Ernie. You know, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days. It's a sign of the times, but it's my fault.
Would you like to see the center position back on the All-Star ballot?
Would you like to ask me why it's my fault?
No, I know why it's your fault, because everything's your fault.
No, it's my fault because I killed them all. But yes, I would love to see the center back. Love to see guys play inside, bump and grind, and dominate. But, as I said earlier, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days.
Thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. For Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Let's go out to Kevin Harlan.
Everyone, welcome to tonight's broadcast of the NBA All-Star Game. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
Well, we know basketball is a game that's all about team success and team achievement, even here in the NBA. But this game, the All-Star Game, gives a nod to the great individual talents this league has to offer. And those talents will be showcased in an entertaining fashion here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is, and it gives these players that spotlight and recognition that they so rightfully deserve, thanks to their terrific play during the regular season, and of course their important contributions to their team.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, all fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, LeBron James is out there with Monroe. And it's Wall. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Beal in it, the 2 spot.
It never gets old to see the incredible talent on display here at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
This year is no different.
Well, pretty much all of the events are a lot of fun to watch, and it's a combination of tremendous skill and entertainment. You can't beat it. LeBron James has been an All-Star since his 2nd season in the league, and this is his 11th straight All-Star appearance, and he always gets after it. Goes hard even in the All-Star game.
Offensive rebound. Nice hit again. Jefferson's shot is off.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point. Well, they needed that one finally. That's just 1 of 5 now overall.
On defense, the East All-Stars. And LeBron, a 2-time All-Star MVP.
Well, and in the running last time around, too, Kevin, you think about the numbers, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. He loves playing in the All-Star game. You can tell. I mean, he looks to attack pretty much every time down.
Now, here's LeBron following the shot by Kevin Durant. LeBron shot is off.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway. The All-Star festivities are always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court.
That one goes. Count. Wall's got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about the season he's had to this point? He's been so solid, just having a terrific year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, pretty much from game 1 of the season, he's been playing some of his best basketball ever.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, So they've just got to focus on playing the game. And sometimes you get caught up in the atmosphere and the moment. But for these players, it's all about just focusing on the game and trying to enjoy themselves.
And that one falls for John Wall.
John Wall back for his second All-Star appearance. Last year he helped lead the East to victory, and he also won the dunk contest, so quite a weekend for him.
And so John Wall nails both of them. And Wall had to wait until his fourth season to make an All-Star game for the former #1 pick of relief to finally be selected.
Yeah, but that was more a function of him battling injuries and not shooting the ball that well that led to him. And it's not a bad thing sometimes to work to earn those All-Star votes. I mean, you appreciate them more when it doesn't come easy for you.
The West All-Stars on D, trailing by 2. Back to LeBron. The feed to Beal. On the wing, James. And he's good on the 3-ball. LeBron's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Paul. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Blatt. I talked to Coach about All-Star Weekend, and he said it's been a blast hanging out with everyone in the NBA. Coach said, usually I'm staying up late scheming ways to shut one guy down or take apart a defense. It's nice to have a breather and just have a little bit of fun. He couldn't agree more.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now here's Durant. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go.
One of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out the high flyers, some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book.
Now here's LeBron.
Watch out. That was
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. All up top. Nowitzki sets a screen for Paul. He feeds it to Cousins. To the middle. And there's Bryant. It's good on the assist by Cousins.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
James outside. Passes to Wall. Jefferson setting the pick for Wall. Jumper off the screen. Nice jump shot. Good. Wall's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the All-Star game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Ball, no one around him. Sinks the three-pointer.
You really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Ball again, it's Paul. Ball passes to Beal. Offline with his 3.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Cousins with a screen on Beal. Ball goes in. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just blanks the open jumper.
And here is Durant. He's got 8. Rise from 10. Here's Cousins. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Monroe.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the West All-Stars.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Good on the second free throw. Here is Wall. 7 points in the game. James outside. Tried to bank it in, but he missed it.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Near the step back. Kobe with the bucket. Kobe's got his second bucket tonight.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
And Beal kicks the wall. Dishes it to Beal. Knocks it loose. Ball with the ball. Kicks to Nowitzki. Pulls from the top of the key. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's James. He's got 5. Pass to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. Wall drills it from outside. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's a 3-point game. Paul dishes to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on LeBron. Paul thinks to Durant. Back to Paul. Lock at 6. And Durant gets double teamed. Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And it's now only a 1-point West All-Star lead. Ball left side. And here's Bryant for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 7 points for Kobe Bryant.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Jefferson setting the pick for Wall. He dishes it to Beal. The rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and defense nowhere to be seen.
Wasted no time on that. And now a 6-point West All-Star lead.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Here's Wall. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Zach Randolph's checked in for Cousins. Visa comes in for Kevin Durant. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Kobe. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Paul. A big group substitution here for the East. Parker's checked in for Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Greg Monroe. George is checked in for LeBron. And it's Lowry in for Bradley Beal. There's the bucket. Good.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
No one covering. And that's 18 points for Wall.
Well, as you'd expect, not much defense being played.
Yeah, that's one for the fans. I mean, the fans want scoring. That's what they're going to get tonight. And we've seen Dwight Howard hoist up a triple or two in these All-Star games. Percentages not exactly in his favor, but sometimes you need a heat check.
And Howard, in last year's All-Star game, Clark grabbed 11 rebounds in 13 minutes.
That's a heck of a rebounds per minute ratio, Kevin, and that's really hard to do as well as the East was shooting. Both sides were filling it up, and that set the benchmark final score, too.
The West All-Stars have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The first free throw is good. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for the East. And so he hits both.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps in the line.
Lowry kicks to Parker. Here comes Lillard. And Howard has it in the corner. Ariza has the open look. Off target with his three.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
The East All-Stars shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Lillard, the pass to West. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open.
Lowry gets to DeRozan. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. And Westbrook, here we go. And good, and it takes a distance off the right iron and down. 7 points in the game.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Back to Lowry, and there's the turnover. That's going out of bounds.
Tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now Lillard. No scoring in from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Westbrook. Lets it go from the wing. Good. He hits the jump shot. And now an 8-point West All-Star lead. And here's the East. Lowry gets to DeRozan. Nails the wide-open jump shot. DeRozan's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, when you know where your teammate is going to be, it doesn't make a difference whether it's a normal game in the regular season or an All-Star weekend.
I agree with you. I mean, they play well as teammates, and you're going to just naturally make plays with guys that you're used to playing with here.
Randolph can't hit.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
And George gets the low. Outside DeRozan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Free throws good from DeRozan. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. here's Lillard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dish out to Howard. Howard with this screen on DeRozan. Westbrook kicks to Howard. Latrey. Westbrook, no good. East All-Stars on offense. Trailing by 4. No good. Here is Lillard. Ariza has the open look. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Now, here is George. From the baseline. .106 left in the first quarter of the game. So here's Westbrook. He's got 9. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And here are the East All-Stars now. 6-point game. DeRozan a screen on Lillard. Lowry kicks to George. They grab their own miss. Parker's shot is off.
I think we've seen the defensive intensity start to ramp up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so, Steve. A little more effort here as the game has progressed.
Now, here's Lillard. And Westbrook, here we go. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Irving's checked in. No good on the second free throw. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to Parker. Uncovered. And the basket good.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
And here's Lawson. The pass to Westbrook. Lawson drives in. Fires the 3. Westbrook can't get it to go. Irving for 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Tune in next Wednesday, February 25th. John Wall and the Washington Wizards take on Joakim Noah and the Chicago Bulls. Be there.
Event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, already some highlight reel play.
Yeah, they're playing at a nice tempo right now, giving the fans a show.
Well, playing in the All-Star Game, something to really be proud of, and of course the starters are voted in by the fans, the reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
Now, here is Lawson. Ellis is out there with Lawson. And it's Durant. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. So that's us on the floor for the West All-Stars. Now, here's Ellis. Leading by 5. 8-pointer. Lawson. East grabs the miss. Jefferson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. You talk about the starters and the reserves, unlike in regular games. In an all-star game, everyone gets a chance to play.
Yeah, and I think the hardest part for the coaches, Kevin, is distributing those minutes because everybody is deserving. Everyone's a great player. And usually what happens is the starters get the most minutes because the coaches understand that that's who the fans have voted on there, and that's who they want to see.
Here is Lawson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Cousins inside. Jefferson on him. They get it again. No good from Cousins. And here are the East All-Stars. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Jefferson dishes to James. Beats to Irving. Lock at 6. George passes to Rose. Another shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Jefferson.
Not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format.
Here's Rose. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Outside, George. All alone. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
For Paul George, an all-star for the last 3 seasons. First-time starter in 2014. He's vaulted his name into that superstar category with his great two-way play.
Now, here is Lawson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the score. Puts it up from 12. Ariza no up. And here comes LeBron. Irving attacking. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And Paul George, one of the top all-star vote getters for the last couple seasons.
Yeah, this star is quickly rising in the NBA thanks to his terrific work ethic and his unique skills. A nice line for the East last year in that all-star game. 18 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals. That kind of gives you the glimpse of the stat sheet stuffing capability of PG.
Here's James, and he dumps it down.
That's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Lawson kicks to Ellis. The feed now to Cousins. Got it. Good job in the low post.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Rose dishes to Irving. Pass to Jefferson. James outside. The 11-footer. And Durant with the block. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. He kicks it to Lawson. Ariza sets a screen for Lawson. Back to Durant. Ellis with a screen on LeBron. Snatched up. Here's Cousins. The shot will not go.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket for Rose. Ariza sets a screen for Lawson. Here's Durant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Kevin Durant has set the bar pretty high with his scoring in All-Star game. He has averaged 30 points a game in his 5 appearances, and that's good for number 1 in the history of the game.
And Durant, guys, not shy about slinging him up. 38 points on 27 field goal attempts in last year's game.
Yeah, kind of felt like he was gunning for that MVP trophy. But the big thing with Durant, like LeBron, they love the All-Star game. They love to compete and play against the best guys in the league. They're not looking for a night off. They're looking to showcase their skills.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Cousins. Bryant comes in for Trevor Ariza. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Holiday in for Ty Lawson. And both free throws good for Durant.
Kevin Durant set the record with 30 points in 3 straight All-Star games in 2013. He made it 4 straight last year. Can he do it again this year? That's the question.
Now, here is George. Bryant so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Holiday, the pass to Nowitzki. Fires at the elbow. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Nowitzki. And it's 9 points for Kobe Bryant. On Durant's performance in last year's All-Star game. Probably his best yet.
You know, if there's a player that's custom made for an all-star type game, it's Kevin Durant. I mean, he just loves to play. He's a free-wheeling scorer. How about 38 points, 10 boards, 6 assists? I don't know if he can top that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did in the future also.
The East All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw good from George. Williams, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And both free throws good for Paul George. Here's West now. 3-point lead. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Nowitzki. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Nowitzki. Nowitzki's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Williams again. It's Holiday. Williams kicks to Monroe. The kick out to Williams. No good on the 3.
Rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
And the wide open shot from Paul. Paul George grabs the miss. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Here's Beal. And Paul pulls it down.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Out of character for him to miss them.
Here's George. No good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. And now here's Durant, a fast break opportunity. Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
Fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
The East making a switch. Lowry's checked in. And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 7. Williams dishes to Beal. Jefferson is screen on Bryant. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. There's Beal with the 3. A rebound by Kobe Bryant. Bryant got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dishes it to Holiday. Fires from the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant got his 3rd assist on the night. And here are the East All-Stars now. 9-point game. Jefferson setting the pick for Lowry. It's Beal on the wing. Beal with another miss.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have. Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Timeout called. East All-Stars.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so we wanted to get a timeout to talk it over and try to tighten things up here.
You know, a part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
Howard's checked in for Kevin Durant. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Anthony's checked in. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens in the pick and roll game. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris. Bryant gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Here's Holiday. Bryant with a screen on Lowry. Holiday, the pass to Bryant. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his third assist on the night. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, trailing by 10. Anthony nowhere around. No good with the triple. And here's Holiday. Kicks it to Nowitzki. Beyond the arc. And it's the East with the rebound. Anthony's got his fourth rebound in this one. Offensive rebound. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, it looks like it's in his head right now. He looks tight. He's not producing, and his team's struggling as well.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The West making some changes. Zach Randolph is checked in for Nowitzki. Westbrook comes in for Chris Paul. And Lillard subbed in for Drew Holiday. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for the East. Ball comes in for Williams. Lillard attacking. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And here's Lowry. To Monroe. Back to Lowry. Here's the three. Good. Lowry's got 6.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
And Lillard throws it down. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Now here's Kobe, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Here's Howard. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Fires the 3. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Wall kicks to Lowry. A 3. And that one's good. Lowry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Lillard outside. Ryan with a screen for Lillard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. All with it. Lillard picks him up. A step back shot here. Good on that shot. And with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from John Wall. pass to Bryant. A three. Good. Big play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Kobe Bryant, an All-Star for 17 straight seasons. 4-time All-Star Game MVP. Tied for the record with the great Bob Pettit.
Now, here's Lillard. He dishes it to Randolph. Back to Lillard. Westbrook kicks to Kobe. Sinks the triple. And now it's an 8-point West All-Star lead.
He's starting to put it together now, guys. He's added 2 3-pointers after hitting 1 in the first.
Lowry dishes the Wall. Monroe with a screen on Westbrook. And Wall. Here we go now. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Now, here's Lillard. There's the dish to Kobe. Pulls it up. Tries again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The West All-Stars have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Yep, great focus at the free throw line. They're taking care of business.
That's exactly how you keep on the lead. 100% free throwing for the quarter. That'll do it.
Here's what the East is going with right now. LeBron's checked in for Monroe. Parker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Kyle Lowry. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. East All-Stars on offense. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for James. Off target from 3-point range.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
And Bryant kicks to Lillard. For 3. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And that's now 20 points for Kobe Bryant. From half court. And that concludes the first half. It's the West All-Stars. They're up by 10. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And a great first half of basketball it was.
It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see if they can take it up a notch here in the second half.
but that hasn't been the case so far.
Paul with the ball on the court right now for the East All-Stars. Jefferson is out there with Monroe. And it's LeBron James. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Wall in at the 1. Kicks it out to Paul. Here's Nowitzki. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Dirk Nowitzki with a goose egg in last year's All-Star game, going 0 for 2 with only 1 rebound. He's really too good a player to let that happen 2 years in a row.
And the first one drops. And Nowitzki now in his 13th All-Star game.
Wow, what a great career. You know, he hasn't put together that many big performances in All-Star games. In fact, the last 3 years, he's barely played. He's been looking more forward to the rest and allowing the young guys to play. But it seems like he just enjoys being part of this.
And he can't hit the second. And here are the East All-Stars now. 11-point game. Oh, and the dunk by Beal. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Paul with the bucket.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Wall. Monroe, the pass to Wall. Back to Monroe. James outside. 5 to shoot. Top of the key. Here's Jefferson. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. And they've had a tough time, Clark, scoring in the half court.
Yeah, transition buckets have really saved them, really. You know, when you look at it, that's been their remedy.
Yeah, I agree. They've got to rely on their defense because of that, Clark. If they can play D and force a long shot or a turnover, then they can get out in transition. That may be the only way they're going to score enough points to win here.
He was all alone on that one. 22 points for Kobe Bryant.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Outside, Wall. And there's the pass to Beal. Jefferson setting the pick for Beal. Back to Wall. There's the triple. And he gets it to go. Wall's got 25 points in the game. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. That's the thing of beauty.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball is moving so quickly.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Jefferson, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
It's all about communication, Kevin. You can't have too much of that as a team, and he's really leading, trying to gather his guys together.
Clark?
Well, I agree with all of that. I mean, when you're talking about orchestrating your offense and defense, that requires a lot of communication, understanding where people need to be and what everybody is doing right. And if mistakes are being made, those things have to be pointed out as well.
And that one falls for Jefferson. And both free throws good for Jefferson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Paul kicks to Nowitzki. Bryant Dishes to Nowitzki. Feeds to Durant. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Now James. He's got 9. It's Wall with the drive. Outside for Jefferson. Back to Wall. The feed to James. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Nowitzki. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Timeout called East All-Stars. Kobe Bryant really making a difference.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. You got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. LeBron against Durant. Got that one up quick. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Ball again. It's Paul. Fires the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from LeBron. Cousins with a screen on Wall. Here's Nowitzki. Lays it up and banks it in. Nowitzki's got 9.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
Here's Wall. 25 points in the game. Jefferson setting the pick for Wall. Jefferson is screen on Durant. The drive by LeBron. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And that one's good. Durant's got 25 points. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
The shot's good from Paul.
You know, from that in-between range, they've actually been a much hotter team.
Well, when you make perimeter shots and knock down those jumpers, it opens up everything else.
Now here's James. He's got 12. Ball passes to James. From deep. And that one's good. LeBron's got 15.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
It's Durant on the wing. A shake. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And now it's 27 points for Kevin Durant. In the corner, it's James. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
And here comes Paul. 11 points in the game. And it's Durant missing. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Trailing by 13. James dishes to Beal. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Now here's Wall. Following the shot by Chris Paul. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
When the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
And here's the East. They're on an 11-2 run. It's Beal on the wing. Beal can't get that one to fall. Beal's gone 1 of 5 from deep. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Durant. It's rebounded by John Wall. Here are the East All-Stars. In the corner, it's James. Passes it to Beal. It's Wall with the drive. Can he keep it going? And the shot is good. Wall's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Nowitzki, no good. Here's Beal. 7 points in the game. And a wide open look for James. And it's off from three-point range. Each trip down becoming more important.
Yeah, they need to string some successful offensive possessions together and then tighten down defensively. Boy, the defense just backing off, begging him to take that shot.
Here's Beal. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The East All-Stars have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And he makes the first.
Looking at the game Beal has been having, he's got 8 points and 3 dimes.
So the West ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the East. Parker's checked in for Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Monroe. Paul George is checked in for LeBron. And it's Kyle Lowry in for John Wall. And both free throws good for Beal.
Great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
A timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
Deron Williams is checked in for the East. It's a close game here in New Orleans. And here's Lawson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks it to Westbrook. Ellis outside to end the drought. They get it back. And Randolph slams it in.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Now here's Parker. Anthony kicks to George. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert. They're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Now Lowry. He's got 9. He feeds it to Parker. Outside Anthony. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Solid rebound there. With the score like it is, that's an area that you can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 7-point differential. Parker sets the screen for Lowry. Jacks up a 3. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. Williams has got 5.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Carmelo Anthony setting the record for Three-pointers made in an All-Star game last year with 8. Steve, you called the game. You saw it firsthand on a very efficient 13 attempts.
Well, he had 30 points on the night, a career high for him in the All-Star game. And Carmelo, boy, when he gets it going, even from 3, it is fun to watch.
Here is Lowry. Ty Lawson making his last shot. Back to Lowry. George with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Westbrook kicks to Lawson. The kick out to Westbrook. From downtown. Westbrook missing again. Here's George. He has 7. Parker a screen on Howard. George passes to Lowry. Williams with a clean look. And he hits it to tie the game up. Williams has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the East All-Stars. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And the East with some changes. Jefferson comes in for Parker, and Irving subbed in for Williams. Randolph sets a screen for Lawson. Misses the 3. Here's George. Outside Jefferson. Lowry has the open look. Nailed from three-point range. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Lawson kicks to Howard. Dishes it to Lawson. And they get it. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. A 3 from George. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 6-point East All-Star lead.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Here's Irving following the basket by Russell Westbrook. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good from outside. Westbrook with it. 15 points in the game. And Lawson, here we go. He took good advantage of that screen. And now just a 2-point East All-Star lead. And here we go with Kyrie Irving. Kicks it to Jefferson. There's 39 seconds left in the third.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
In low to Howard. Nice work on the boards. Paying off at the basket. Howard's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Irving drives in, and he gets it to go. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. That's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Lowry against Westbrook. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's Anthony. Can't get it to go. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. East All-Stars lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Coming up next Monday, February 23rd, Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Make sure to catch it.
outdoor coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And the fans definitely getting top value for their money.
Yeah, always some great highlight reel plays with this all-star caliber talent.
Now here's James. Damian Lillard out there with Holiday. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Durant. And it's Bryant in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. James kicks to Irving. Offline with his 3. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Trailing by 2. Pass to Cousins. Outside Durant. Paul George with the steal. Holiday against Beal. Pass to Monroe. He dishes it to Irving. Outside, George. The pass to Beal. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Irving. Off target from outside. Now here's Durant. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Bryant. Lillard outside. And Bryant gets to Holiday. Back to Kobe. A shot by Lillard, wide open. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Irving against Lillard. LeBron outside. Back to Irving. A 3. And that one's good. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the East All-Star.
It seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
No good from Durant.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
All going up court. George dishes to Beal. Feeds it to James. Lillard with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks. The defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
You know, as soon as he got an opening, he let it fly. That was a big shot there.
Now Beal. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Monroe with a screen on Lillard. Irving passes to Monroe. 6 to shoot. Irving attacking. Drilled from 11 feet out. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter. Here comes Damian Lillard. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Durant kicks to Cousins. Lillard outside. Back to Cousins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
And the East All-Stars call time here. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Holiday. And Paul subbed in for Lillard. And then for the East, Jefferson comes in for George. And it's John Wall in for Irving. Here's Wall. The dish to Jefferson. And there's the feed to LeBron. 5 on the clock. There's Beal with the 3. No up. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it.
This game game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his 4th foul of the contest. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Yep, right through the net. Now just a 1-point East All-Star lead. And here is James. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. 18-point, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the East All-Stars?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the 3-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
And he sinks the second.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this trip now.
Outside Durant to take the lead. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Jefferson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's Wall in the corner. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
John Wall. 1 shot.
Now here's Paul. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Paul outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Paul's got 10 points in just the second half.
Second 3-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
A drive by Monroe. Here's Wall. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Paul with the ball.
Chris Paul playing in his 8th All-Star game. He was the All-Star MVP 2 seasons back when he tallied 20 points on 10 shots to go along with 15 assists. That's efficient playing at the point guard spot. You put him alongside these other great players, and it's like a kid in a candy store.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And Chris Paul averages over 12 assists in All-Star games.
Well, just over 13 points per game. So you can tell, his favorite thing to do in a game like this is to set the table and help create highlights for his teammates rather than for himself. That's the kind of player he is anyway.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Chris Paul selected to his 8th All-Star game. He missed the 2010 game due to injury. Arguably the greatest point guard in the league. He's a fixture in this game.
Now here's Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Back to Wall. A 3-ball. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kobe with it. He's picked up by Wall. Bryant dishes to Cousins. That puts them in the lead. And Paul, always a dangerous ball. Never more so than in the All-Star game itself.
Yeah, he averages over 3 steals a game in only 27 minutes. So he's always lurking trying to make the defensive play.
And that one misses. Now Wall. Left side, Wall. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there. Great effort. That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Passes it to James. Monroe sets a screen for James. To halt the run. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. He's got 32 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Now, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
And that one falls for John Wall. And so John Wall nails both of them. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
Bryant passes to Nowitzki, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Nowitzki. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Nowitzki. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Monroe with a screen on Paul. Wall takes to Beal. Here's Monroe. Here's Jefferson. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And the West All-Stars have possession. They lead by 4. Paul dishes to Durant. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 30 points for Kevin Durant.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Boy, I tell you, they've got to be feeling better and better about this game.
Wall attacking. He kicks to Jefferson. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Here's Paul. Paul left side. He feeds it to Durant. His 3-pointers off the mark.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Beal the pass to Jefferson. Beal with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Beal kicks the Wall. Dishes to LeBron. Pass to Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson can't get that one to fall. And so here are the West All-Stars. 7-point differential. That bucket in no time at all. And that's now 28 points for Kobe Bryant. Now Wall. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Got to find something, you're right. Here's Monroe. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. The drive by Bryant. Ball outside. Durant wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from John Wall. Ball outside, kicks it to Durant. Nowitzki sets a screen for Durant. Take the ball. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. A rebound by Jefferson. Jefferson's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And taken away by Paul. Durant attacking. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Kobe against James. Jefferson a screen on Kobe.
Oh, are you kidding me? Power punch right there. Oh, now that's an all-star dunk. That's why he's here.
Ball kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki sets a screen for Bryant. Shot off the pick. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
And there's the turnover. That's going out of bounds.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The West All-Stars with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Paul dishes to Nowitzki. It's Durant on the wing. James covering. The drive by Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Nowitzki. LeBron with it. Monroe with a screen on Durant. James the pass to Beal. Shoots the three. Kept alive. Good on that shot. And with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from LeBron. Here's West now. Paul kicks to Cousins. Cousins with a screen for Bryant. Ball outside. Durant with a wide open look. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce. And here are the East All-Stars now. LeBron dishes to Monroe. Ball pass to Monroe. Ball kicks to Beal. Fires for 3. Beal with another miss.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Durant. Kicks it out to Paul. Deep. That's good. Paul's got 15 points here in the second half.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You got to stay attached to him.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're losing by 10. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. LeBron dishes to Beal. Fires the 3. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Beal.
Wow, fantastic performance from the Arc here in the second half.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock, it's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. Now here's Paul. Durant on the wing. 6 to shoot. It's all in by the East All-Stars.
Excellent interior defense there. Good rotation.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Oh, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're down by 7. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. So both teams changing it up here. Williams next for 2. The offensive rebound. Here's Lawson. Outside Holiday. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And guys, I really like the way they gelled as a team out there. They'll take the bragging rights home for the rest of the season.
Of course, nobody too worried